All right. Hello, everybody. We are live. Hello, dears. We got a lot of people in chat already. Of course, Margaret's here and Sai is here, my beautiful co host. And Ren will be on their way. And we're going to be doing some creating in the background for a little bit. Hold on. It's always nerve wracking when you're having to create stuff. So we got Anne, Michael. Apparently, everyone walked here, so I appreciate the effort. And you got here on time. I understand walking is not ideal, but it's okay.
What are you talking about?
Maybe you had a bike. Park your bike out front. Our gallery is accepting all forms of transportation.
Scooters?
Yeah. I will say, my thumbnail actually had the red dotted line going down from the last place, which I forget the name, to the art gallery. So, yeah, yes, Renner, Nina. Sorry if I miss people. Sarah's still streaming, but she was able to stop by. Thank you. Yep, just mute the screen. I am completely fine if you just keep me playing and muted. You don't have to chime in. It's cool.
It's not a bondage.
I have never tried to pronounce that. I am sorry. Because I feel like I would cause more. I'm going to call you EB for now. Yeah, Spencer.
Herbstica.
I like that attempt. Yes. Yes, dear. My son calls me and then he's like, and then he gets distracted by something. Okay. Emmy, Stephanie, and Flora, and the Fawn. It kind of makes me think of Florence and the Machine, the band. Violet. Well, at least you take it in good fun. Thank you, dear. I appreciate it. Oh, you want one? Okay, I'm opening up a clementine for my son. This one's rather soft. I'd rather not open that. Here, take this.
Okay.
Okay. Go eat. Thank you.
I got it.
All right. Ooh.
Product placement.
Yes.
Occupied.
So I get distracted a lot with my kids. So, what we're yes, dear. No, don't put it in the trash. Just set it on the table. It's fine. All right. That will happen a lot. I'm a mom. And I taught him to speak 2 years ago, and he won't stop. All right. I'm opening up a document. So, chat, to let you know what we're doing. So, since art gallery, the artists usually push, if you read the description, you already know what I'm about to say. They push boundaries. They try different things and new things. And as writers, we should be trying new things. I say should be, but let me put it this way. I won't say should. I won't should on you if you don't should on me, okay? I stole that from a coworker. The plan is we're going to need chat's help. Because I think, personally, if you don't know me, I love flash fiction. And flash fiction is the chance to push the boundaries, to try new things, and do something new and different. So, if you don't mind, while my co-hosts are introducing themselves and sharing the wonderful things they do on their channels and social media, please put in the chat a number between 1 and 60 paired with a letter between A and Z. So that once introductions are done, I can pull these random Excel spreadsheet cells that have words in them, and that will become our 10 words. And then we will be able to choose a prompt. So thank you, my dears. And Margaret, how about you kick us off with the introductions?
Sure. Can you hear me okay?
You're a little quiet, but I can still hear you.
I'm a little quiet because it's early. So,
yes, it is.
everybody.
West Coast.
Yeah. I'm Margaret Pinard. I have a channel that is just creatively titled Margaret Pinard. I'm a historical fiction author. I've got 5 books out. I usually do 19th century British Empire if you're feeling like that is your mood. Um, I do booktube as well as authortube, and one of the big things on my calendar is May of the Moderns. So I'm running a readathon for the month of May that is all about books in the early 20th century, 1901 to 1945. So if you've got any of those on your shelf and want to check that box off, maybe read that book that you've always told people you read. I've got all sorts of things on my channel about buddy reads and prompts and storygraph challenges, stuff like that. So hop on over. It's in the description and check it out.
Yay.
Oh, and I love Libro. So yeah.
we can do plugs all the time.
Yes.
Sai, dear.
Okay, I'm Sai Chi. That's the name of my channel, just Sai Chi. I am a writer. I haven't published anything yet. On my channel, I mostly share like short stories, flash fiction, occasional writing advice videos. I haven't posted anything in a while because I'm actually working with my sister to turn one of my short stories that I wrote for a magazine called Coin Operated Press into like a little film. So that's been taking up most of my time trying to do that. And that'll hopefully be out in the next couple weeks.
Awesome.
I hope there's a link or something that we can, that'll be shared. Publicly viewed. All right. So, Margaret, Sai, I'll need your help because I don't like to have to bounce through and scroll windows. But if y'all don't mind starting with the first cell that was mentioned, calling that out, and then and we can start writing down the 10 words. Hey, dogs, it's somebody's mowing their yard. Stop. All right.
So we need one more.
Oh, did you count it up already?
Yeah, 42H is the first one.
42H. All right, I'll start writing these down and calling them out.
It's not letting me see the chat, so I'm just going to refresh and see.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right. 42H is ghost. Don't worry, I'm writing these down.
Ghost.
Ghost.
Okay. L33.
L33.
Just Eva. I love how we all chose different like punctuation to separate
Yeah.
letter and number.
Orange.
Orange. 43J.
All right. 43J. Where is my J? There it is.
From Phoebe Wood writes.
Grow. Right. And don't worry, this will become a banner once we get all these down. I'm going to write them and type them out.
11C
right, so
from Erbstica.
You said 11C?
Mm-hmm.
All right. April, as in the month. Nice. Or it could be a name. I mean, actually, I can't think of April being lowercase ever, now that I think of it.
G30 from Michael CB10.
G30. And chat, feel free to, when I set the timer, to join us in this writing prompt or write your own. But I in my argument, if you're in the middle of Camp NaNoWriMo and you're counting words, this counts as words. It may not be words on the project that you're working on, but I still count it as words. Pause. And actually, the story could be incorporated into your thing. All right. Pause is the word for G30. Next.
Writing Violet gives us 13S.
Fine.
Fine.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Next 4.
Alexandria gives us A52, narrowly missing the B52 reference.
Actually, we already had B52 before. So Alpha 52.
Yeah.
Resurface.
In a different stream?
Yeah. I mark out any words that have been used previously from Flash Fiction Live.
Cool.
So that we don't have the same words
Got it.
ever, hopefully. And I even have a algorithm on my Excel spreadsheet that if I add a word that's already in another cell, it will highlight red so I can change it.
All right, Leonie gives us 25L.
All right, 25L. I'm surprised I haven't hit something already. Parent. All right, 2 more. Next.
Stephanie Whitson gives us 27W.
Ooh. W. So 27. Expensive. All right, last word.
Michael saving the day for the 10th slot with R16.
Right. Up, and we hit it. Michael, tell me up, down, left, or right, because we've used that word before.
Or all at once for a cheat code.
Yeah. And then chat, there is pre-made writing prompts that I have. So give me a number, and the first number that gives me first number wins. Give me a number between 1 and 104. Just a number, no letters this time.
Michael says to the right.
To the right, to the right, to the right, to the right. Sorry, we went karaoke on this. All right.
Yes.
Cuff. Which, by the way, you didn't plug karaoke, if I remember correctly, in your intro.
I didn't. I have too many ongoing things to highlight them all. So, yeah. But our next karaoke date is May 14th. And if you're going to be a part of the cool club, you'll come with a song ready for your backup vocals and join us on stage. But it'll be on Baird's channel Saturday night. So, very exciting.
Yeah. All right. We got... Okay. So, Just Eva was the first one I saw. And she did 12. If 12 is not blacked out... Oh, it is. So, what's the next number?
11.
11 blacked out.
73.
73. Let's try it. 73 is blacked out.
21.
21. I'm pretty sure that one is too, but let me double check. Nope, 21 is safe. Oh, here's a good one. All right. The prompt is, what happened before the picture was taken? All right. Oops. Oh, no. Okay, I'm safe. All right. So let me write that down. And then I'm going to type this out. What happened before the picture was taken? Now, here's a fun little thing. And for anybody that wants to do this, you can. Oh, thank you, buddy. Good job.
You.
Huh?
You're laughing.
No, I'll work on it later, okay?
Okay.
Just leave it there. Okay.
I'm going to show.
No, we're not going to take it off. What, you want to take it? Hold on. Here. Okay, there. You can sit there and unwrap it. Okay. All right, so sometimes Chandra and I do challenges. Now, if this is the first time you're doing a flash fiction, I highly recommend not doing a challenge whatsoever. But unlike the prompt and the words, the challenge you get to choose. So I'm going to read off a few challenges. Everyone just pick one, if you wish, that you would like to do, that you think sounds cool and you want to go that route.
Mom,
Yes.
I got it.
Good job. All right. So if you normally outline before you write, this time, just write straight on. Pants it. Don't outline. And if you normally pants, outline this time and then draft it. Write all the characters as animals. Write only dialogue or only narrative. Pick one of those. Write the story twice from 2 different perspectives. Bonus points if you can use 10 words in each one. Last time I did this, I had 10 words between the 2 stories, not 20 total. Write horror or happy, whichever is the opposite that you normally write. Remove sight or sound for all the characters. Make the story under 200 words. Considering the time constraints, that might be helpful. Set during a historical event. Write it like it's a children's book.
What is the time constraint?
So I was thinking normally we do 30 minutes, but if you want, we can bump it up to 40. This go around. No? 30?
There's money.
Challenge accepted. All right. Have unnamed characters only. Cannot use the word the or and. So and the, those are the two words that you cannot use. I was trying to make sure that everyone understood you can use or. Cannot repeat any other words in the story other than articles. So the and everything can be repeated, but and a, but actual words cannot be repeated. Make it a comedy. Use one of the words 10 times. Where is it? No double letters. Actually, we probably won't be able to do that one based off. Oh, you could actually. Oh no, cuff. Cuff is a double letter word.
Oh, you said cuff with a C, not T?
Yeah. So this is where me typing it out will come in handy. But all right. And actually at this point, I think I'll go ahead and type it out because otherwise it's going to get crazy. So I'm going to edit this. Oop, and out. I think we'll only have time for one because the way we talked it through, which means this stream will only have one sprint, but that's okay. What happened before the picture was taken? Yes, dear.
And thanks for getting the Bruno song in my head now, everybody.
Oh, God. What did the chat say? I'm off the screen. What song? Which Bruno Mars? There's too many to choose from.
No, not Bruno Mars.
Wait.
We don't talk about Bruno.
Oh, Encanto. I saw a comment.
Year, yeah.
All right. Words to include Ghost, Orange, Grow, April. Yes, sweetie. Thanks. All's fine. Yeah, that's a another video, buddy. Resurface. Don't mind me. This happens. Resurface. Parent. Expensive. Oh, come on. Expensive. And cuff. All right. And actually, I got an idea. So, oh, no, we're not making that a ticker. That's annoying. No, stop. Here we go. I got an idea. Margaret, since you created a Google Docs form, what if and it's just three of us, what if we all three created our story in there?
Just page down. That's going to be weird.
Yeah. I mean, because it doesn't like jump to whoever's typing at that moment.
No, not
it's
on
just
screen.
It's just you can control it. So that would be interesting. Just be careful not to read each other's. So, did y'all pick a challenge that you wanted to do for yourselves?
No.
Yes, we did.
I'm between two. I'm going to see what develops.
What happens? Yeah. I think, oh, there's another one where it's use the words incorrectly. Yeah. So, like, kind of like kids when they think they hear a new word and they use it in the wrong context. I think I'm going to try to make this under 200 words. I think that's going to be my goal.
Mom.
Yes, sweetie.
Outside.
We'll go outside later. I promise. All right. Now I got to get a timer because I'm a little slow on the uptake.
Okay.
You don't, well, you can press start, okay?
Okay.
Okay. He wants to press everything. All right, I'm pulling a timer. We said 30 minutes. Where are my timers? Dear Lord. Oh, no, that's history.
So I'm not super familiar with Google Docs. I do have it, but I usually use Scrivener. So the link you sent, Margaret, we just click on that and write in there. That's what we're doing.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
if you want, you could write in Scrivener and then just copy and paste.
Okay, I might just do that so I don't mess it up. So when I'm done, I'll just paste it to the link you sent, Margaret.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, you'll just like scroll down to a blank part of the thing. Oh,
Okay.
all right. I am going to grab timer from Laura Nettles. Ooh. Oh, don't mind us. All right, we're gonna make this another screen. Make it big on the other screen so I can figure this out properly. Oh, honey. All right. There we go. Now I got it. Yes, you can press it, but I first got to share the screen. So, oh my God, timer. No. I did not click you to start. I did not give you permission. Down. There we go. Okay. Now I'm sharing my screen. All right. Share.
Want to come in?
Oh, you're killing me, Smalls. I'm having to give it permission. No. Google Chrome.
You don't need to start over.
Yeah, it's telling me like that I'd have to restart Chrome, and I'm like, no, I'm not doing that.
You normally don't. Just keep going and share it. It should be fine.
Okay. Well, I'm having to give it permission, but maybe it'll... Yeah, no, it's saying I got to give it permission. So I'm going to have to... Son, you keep on getting tangled in my cords here. Oh, good. You think it's funny.
Yes.
Actually, if one of y'all pull up a timer, I can share your screen while I... Depending on how I navigate this. Oh my goodness, computer, you're killing me. Come on, we're doing one sprint. We're like 20 minutes into this. Give the people the sprint they want. All right. All right. Okay. I think I got it set up. I just got to pause the time because it tries to jump ahead. Now let me try, because I'm not restarting this thing. Oh, screen 2. Sweet. Listen to... Excuse the time. No, it's not going to let me. I forgot because I have to do StreamYard through Google Chrome, and I haven't fully set that up. Apparently.
What are you on instead? You're in Firefox?
No, I'm on Google Chrome, StreamYard through Google Chrome.
Okay.
And because StreamYard is out of Google Chrome, it's having me do that. Saying I can't connect it because my Mac says I've never gave Google Chrome permissions to like share my screen.
Okay. Do you want to put the link of the timer in the chat and I can share it?
Yeah, yeah, if one of y'all throw... Ooh.
What?
Copy.
Copy.
Yep, copy. Ooh. Where's my mouse? There it is. Paste. Paste.
Best.
Oh, I threw it in the big chat. I'm special today.
Fine, Mom.
I'm funny.
Yes.
We'll get there, chat. Hey, look at it this way. If you already started writing, you're getting some extra time.
What father for, Mom?
What, Betty?
What father for?
Phone?
What's that? What's that?
Yes, dear.
Up with that. What wash me that? Daddy, Mom.
Hey, Margaret, I'm having a request to edit access for that doc, by the way.
Mom.
Oh, add to stream. Got it. Make it theater mode. It would be a little bigger. Yeah. Got some cool
There you go.
widgets. Okay, cool. Either way, it works. Thanks, team. How many authors does it take to create a thing? All right. Y'all ready?
I'll press it.
My son's ready to press the button, which is going to be putting me on mute.
Okay.
He wants to press start, but I don't have start on it. So, all right. Y'all ready?
Yep.
All right. 3, 2, 1, go. You can press it. That's time. Now I gotta make sure that I actually did this under 200 words. Oh, thank God. 198. I spent the last 5 minutes trying to figure out how to incorporate the word grow. Because I wrote the whole thing without that word. Shoot, I just pressed enter way too many times on this. Okay, let me move down to down here where I'll put my story on this flash. Paste. Yeah, there we go. All right. How did y'all do? What words were good, bad, ugly for you?
I think Sai's muted.
Sorry, my mic was muted. I'm still trying to get it to paste into the document.
Oh, okay.
So it might be a situation. I don't know if. Oh no, you might be able to.
Let me see.
Yeah. Because I see that you're in the document.
I think it's working now.
Anonymous chinchilla, which is awesome. I had a chinchilla when I was a kid.
Maybe
That thing was so cool.
Anonymous goose. It is cool.
So, any words that bugged you?
No, the words are the easy part. It's the picture part that I almost forgot until I was halfway through. I was like,
It's like,
oh,
wait,
yeah,
there's supposed to be a photo. So I'll be honest, I wrote this 3 different times. Like I started to write and I was like, no, scratch that. And then I started to write another setup and then I was like, nah, scratch that. Like, and then finally this last time I was like, all right, got it. Because trying to set myself up with that word constraint, I was trying to get something and it's just like the first one was too much explanation. The second one was also going to be too much explanation, but I was getting closer. Like the first one was almost like a family reunion photo. But it was just badly timed. Like I was going to have a dog soaring through the air and then like a kid crying into their parents' chest and then another kid like looking at the dog going or whatever, and like I had this picture, but then I was like, that is just too much, I need to bring it back. And then the second one was like this kid who is an adult now packing up the house, and their girlfriend or whatever was like, oh, what's this picture, why do you have it? It's actually a bad picture. And he's like, oh, that was a great day, and then explains the day. So what I did was nix the that was a great day explanation, just jump into what happened that day. And I finally got there. So in other words, it may take you a while to get where you need to be, people. Yes, sweetie.
There are many, many paths. The same
I
got the document.
Mom.
I totally forgot the word parent until like there were 30 seconds left. So I just kind of like shoved it in there in the middle. So I have this one sentence that's way too long and awkward because I'm like, oh, I forgot one word.
Oh, I think I got all mine.
Yeah. I usually cross them out. Like I'll put them at the top of my document.
Yeah.
And then I'll do like a the cross through highlight thing to get them where they need to be.
Yeah, I wrote them down and I was marking them off, and then I read through it again and I'm like, I marked this off, but I didn't actually write it.
In your head.
I'm like, oops, in my head I did, but not actually. I got it in there. Not well. It's not placed well, but it's in there.
It's a good start. So I do want to highlight, so chat was active, and luckily chat helped you, Margaret, when you were asking about, can we do past tense of the verb and stuff? And they're like, yep, it's totally allowed. But I do want to highlight, yes. Okay, go potty. Phoebe just hit 10K for the Writertown.
Good job, Phoebe.
And 50K written in April in total. Nice. And it's not even over.
Wow.
Mama Maggie hit 40K for Camp Nano last night. Everyone congratulating them. And hey, Emmy, it's fine. Just do your own thing. Productivity. And I'm so glad that everyone hit there. I want to make sure I highlighted them. So All right. Did some outlining. It's fine. Listen, outlining counts. I've counted just like reading. So now I think is the time that we put ourselves out there on blast. And let's, Margaret, since your story is at the top, you mind reading yours first?
Sure. Yeah.
Cool. All right, I'll go on mute.
I don't need to put the screen up, right?
No. Because honestly, it would be annoying to try to get this screen.
Got it.
But
Right,
we can
so
read out loud.
What happened before the picture was taken? It was April on the mountain, and a fine mist percolated down to where they stood, watching the sea. 2 boys and their black dog, out on an important errand. The boy's parent wanted a special plant fetched from the far reaches of the valley for a spell. It seemed this parent's love life was suffering because the ghost of the other parent would not leave them alone. She couldn't find a new partner and was fearfully lonely at night. It had been years since their other mother had died, and the boys did not have much of a recollection of her anymore. Perhaps that is what caused the ruckus. Last week they had all dressed up, this trio, and entered town on their wagon in order to secure a family portrait at the new tintype studio. They did not own expensive clothes, this trio, but they had brushed and pressed and spit polished as best they could, excited to see their faces pressed into metal for eternity, as the boys were told would happen. Their mother even got out her lace cuffs, so they knew it was meant to be a special and proper occasion. They were staged in the studio, the adult seated and the 2 children standing to each side of her chair. Even the dog was there, seated at his mistress's knee and behaving with all decorum. The exposure lasted several long minutes, and the boys stayed still with great amounts of concentration. They even managed not to break focus when the dog flopped his head around, wondering why they had not moved. When the artist finally called out permission to relax, one of the boys broke into giggles. The relief was immediate, though, and he quickly straightened up. The trio was invited over to watch the emerging image in the darkened closet where the air sparked and smacked of aggressive chemicals. The boys watched in wonder as they saw a mysterious face resurface after so many years, right next to their surviving parents, who shrieked and howled and burst out of the closet, earning a shriek and shout from the artist in turn, who shouted about not losing his fee. And that was the ruckus everyone in town was now talking about. So they had been sent, with the dog, to gather this special orange fungi, which grew only on the underside of fallen beech trees on upland, north-facing slopes. Their mother had heard that it could combine with a special moss to burn a smoke so putrid that any ghosts would run off in shock and never return. Their mother missed company. Their mother needed someone, the boys reasoned, and so they found the fungi, cut half a sackful, and returned victorious, if a little curious whether the spell would work. Both boys were a little sad to see their ghost mother, only to have to give her up the next week with this spell. She hadn't made herself known to them except in this tintype episode, and they thought this was a pretty good trick. They talked amongst themselves on their trip to cross the valley twice, and concluded that they would ask their surviving parent whether she really wanted to let go of their ghost mom before she burned the potion. At the moment when the potion was prepared and she had lit a match, they stepped forward and held up their hands. Their mother paused. She listened. She glanced down at the bright orange powder in the bowl, the burning match in her fingers, and she let it go.
The imagery and everything, so first off, I love that the photo is a tin metal type and everything. I really like that, and you really did excellent with the where you were talking about they didn't own expensive clothes, but they had brushed and pressed and spit polished the best they could. Like, I totally resonate that. Hold on.
Okay, I can't seem to help making anything historical.
It's fine. We're here
Well,
for it. Listen,
yeah.
because the closest to a historical I got was, what if Marilyn Monroe didn't die before John F. Kennedy? So one of my flashes was Marilyn Monroe showing up at the funeral and how that would played out.
Nice.
That was a fun one. So but I like the teasing, because you start in the first paragraph, you're like, perhaps that's what caused a ruckus, and then later then that's what the ruckus is everyone's talking about. And I love the imagery of like the mom running out going like, holy crap, and then the other person goes, hey, pay, you still gotta pay, like running after on it. Like there was multiple great imagery moments here. And you caught all the typos and stuff that happens all the time and everything. Like, yeah, I always say I'm a writer, so getting the story down is the easy part. Editing is where I fix everything that the writer didn't think of.
I only had time to go back through half to like edit to make sure. So fine.
Yeah.
Not bothered.
But you set the scene of like the mist and so much and see. So I do like first we have them on the mountain, and then it's like, well, this is what led to them going to the mountain, and stuff. So I think it's great. Like there's nothing I would change about it really, because we still get like the wants and needs of the kids and the parent too. So it's not like it's just actions only. We got emotion involved.
I think I would change it to start with the picture, because that's what I forgot at the beginning. I started with the words, and then like after 2 paragraphs, I was like, oh yeah, I'm supposed to make this about a picture. So I think I would reverse that and be like, picture moment, mountain valley discussion, and then back to like spell thing. But
I kind of like the breakup though, because it's like first this mass journey, and you're like, wait, why are they on a journey? And then why does this person, what do you mean they're haunted? So,
I agree with Natalie. I actually liked that you didn't start with the picture. I felt like I was like, ooh, what's going on? And then to have the background and then back to them being there again, I thought that was a nice flow.
Yes. Any other comments, Sai?
I liked the bit with the lace cuffs. That just made it feel very historical for me. And I'm just like, I can picture that. And also the tintype photography. I loved it. I'm like, oh, it's so historical. And I agree with Natalie, like the imagery with the whole thing, I could really like see it like very visually in my head, and I loved that.
Yeah.
Can I ask, what did you think about the ending? Because I wanted it to be ambiguous. I don't know.
That was ambiguous. Like I almost wanted the ghost person, the ghost mom, to show up like and be a faint outline. And she locks eyes and or something like that. In my head, she locks eyes with the person and drops without even looking down, like knowing that her hand's hovering and everything. But then actually, now that I read it again, she could drop the match and it didn't hit the fire. So that's where the ambiguity. Okay, now I catch that.
Well, yeah, I love.
Go ahead, Sai.
Sorry. I loved that the sentence was just she let it go, because that could be, she let go of the match, like, and so she kept the ghost, or she let it go. She didn't listen to the kids, and like it could go either way. I thought that was great.
Yeah. I was thinking let it go in terms of not doing the spell. Like she let go of this effort to get rid of the ghost and just like accepted it. So yeah.
But I still like the ambiguity of it, because she could have let it go in there. Otherwise, like most people, when they think, hey, I'm going to let it go, they shake it to put it out and then let the match go. But by saying let it go, it could have been she let it go over the powder, or let it go, like let the original idea of I want this spell, let the idea go. Or she let her ghost spouse go, like, and everything. Like the let go is to me like the perfect wording, just because it could be any number of things, and I like the interpretation to be left up to the reader of whatever they think it could be. Yeah. Okay. Sai, you could read yours next, but here's the thing, I'm gonna miss part of it but I also don't want dead air because my son went potty, so I gotta fix that.
No problem.
He went potty on the potty though, so yeah, parenting in the middle of this. So be right back.
Good deal.
Okay. So sorry, I'm trying to scroll down and find it now.
Oh, I can see it.
Okay, I got it. Okay. And I forgot to put the prompt at the beginning.
That's fine. If no one's looking at it, so just go ahead and.
Okay.
What happened for the photo?
Pieces of orange peel were scattered across the carpet. Having been there a while, most of them had started to grow dry and brown. April paused in the doorway, camera clutched in one sweaty hand, and wondered whether she should pick up the pieces before the photo shoot began. It was an expensive shoot, after all. Her clients were paying a lot of money, and everything needed to be perfect. She was already kneeling on the ground when April decided that no, she would leave the orange peels where they were. In her mind, they added a touch of authenticity to an endeavor that was sorely lacking in such a thing. Ghost photography was fun, but it was also a lie. For the most part, April was fine with that. She would add phantom faces or colorful auras to the images during the editing process, then hand the printed copies over to satisfied clients because her clients were always satisfied. All they ever wanted was tangential proof their homes were haunted so they could brag to their friends about it at parties, or occasionally some parent had her photograph their child for their birthday. The problem was this time the people requesting the photographs were different. At first, April couldn't put her finger on why. Then, as she worked out the details of which rooms the couple wanted photographed, it occurred to her that they might actually believe in the paranormal. It made April uneasy, but she had agreed anyway, thinking that it didn't really matter. However, as she prepared to take the first photograph, some of that initial unease resurfaced. Taking these photographs felt wrong to her in a way that it never had before. She almost couldn't do it. In an unusually off-the-cuff manner for her, April suddenly turned away from the armchair she had been about to photograph and pointed it at the dried orange peels. They looked sad, laying there on the floor, but she felt a strong instinct to photograph them, even if the final image wasn't one she shared with the couple. April stared at the orange peels through the lens, unable to bring herself to click the shutter button. Something small, pale, and vaguely human-shaped sat playing with the peels. Even after wiping the lens, April could still see the ghost child when she raised the camera.
I like it. I like that we both went for like ghost photography. That's so funny.
Yeah.
Well, I'm the outlier on this one.
The first thing I thought of with resurface was a road, and I was like, I am not working that into a story. So yeah, that's really cool. I love it.
Oh, and Mama Maggie did a story too, by the way, and I'll read that in a second. I love this. So I'm reading the beginning, the part that I missed. Yes, Spencer. Oh,
It
now
seems
you're done.
quite polished. Like, did you have time to go through and
No.
Wow.
Really?
Actually,
That was your first
I was down to like 10 seconds left, and I'm like rushing, like finish it. I write so I feel like I write so slow. You're like 30 minutes. I'm like, oh, that'll be fine. And then like there's like a minute left. I'm like, oh, maybe it wasn't fine.
And I didn't snag on any sentence where it sounded weird that you had included parent. Is that right at the beginning with the
Yeah. I'm glad it didn't sound weird.
Yeah, it didn't even like hiccup as you went through it. It's totally natural. So
yeah. Like I really enjoy the imagery and how kind of the same setup of you got this current moment happening of taking pictures, and then this is what I normally do lead up to, and then back to the current moment. And I also like that the ghost child like can be seen through the lens situation. Like I've always liked that, where you can't see with the naked eye, but through another lens, a filter, you can. And I've always enjoyed that. And there's something creepy, but also innocent when it comes to children and everything. Unless you're watching Children of the Corn, then no.
Yeah, then no.
But it's...
Yeah, the others was pretty creepy too.
Yeah. definitely, it does make me think of the others a little bit too. But I thought your imagery was great, and everything. And actually, because now, yes, sweetie, I'm coming, I swear. I went up there and he's like, not done. I'm like, okay, let me know when you are done. So now he's done. Does anybody mind reading Mama Maggie's story? It's only 100 words, and then providing feedback. So it starts with the "What the Jake's exclamation made Vivian cuff."
Did you want to do that, side?
Yeah. Is it in chat or did you put it in the
in
document?
chat? And it's what it is that it's 1, 2, and then 3. Technically 4 because the last word is internet. With Michael's 2 comments from Michael breaking up the story after the first 2 posts.
So it says, here is mine, then there's Michael's, and then that's the story, right?
Yeah.
It starts with what the?
Yes.
Yes, okay.
Yep, and then Michael will break it up again. But if y'all don't mind reading that while I go handle my son.
Okay, yeah, I will read that. What the? Jake's exclamation made Vivian cuff the back of his head. His overbearing only parent, in her fine mother of the groom dress, shared his horror at the orange glow off April's ghostly pale skin. The expensive spray tan she'd arranged for the meek girl would give anyone pause. There was not enough body scrub in the world to resurface the sobbing tangerine bride before the 11 a.m. service. All 1,000 guests would see this debacle, and she knew the expensive wedding shots for the society page would be ruined and impossible to color correct properly before they got posted to the internet. Yes, okay. Did I get it?
Yep.
Just making sure I didn't miss any of it. That would be so terrible if you got a really awful spray tan before your wedding. That would be so bad. I would be so upset. I mean, I'm not married, but still. But I also like how you got like the emotion of it in there, and it is very short. I'm impressed that you can write very short. I'm not good with that. I tend to get long-winded.
Okay, I'm reading it real quick.
Did you get
I like the imagery of the expensive spray tan.
Oh, resurface. Got it.
Yeah.
And I like tangerine bride. I like that phrase.
It's funny, you don't even notice when it's so goes so well.
Oh, that is awesome. I love it. It's like such imagery. Oh, wow. Okay, now that I'm fully back completely in this thing. All right, I do want to say, Zai, going back to your story, that I like that you went back to the orange peel because I kept on thinking about that, how that was like the imagery the whole time. And it was continuous, but it's not ever done. It was mentioned at the beginning because it's important, and then it was mentioned at the middle and the end, and because of its importance, like it was noticeable, and you delivered on that importance as well.
Thank you.
I enjoyed that, and I'm kind of like how everyone took the word orange. It was
very
like a lead up to. It's funny because it's like Margaret, I forget how you used orange, but I know it was kind of similar to mine, where it was like
the orange fungi.
Yeah, the orange fungi, and then yours is like a orange peel, and then Mom Maggie was like, she's orange, just her whole body.
Yeah, I love that. Just she's orange. Amazing.
Yeah, because we all can relate to that. Like we've seen somebody, or heaven forbid, we've actually gone through it ourselves. So.
That's what I was saying. I'm like, I would be so upset if like it was my wedding and I'm orange. Oh, that would be so terrible.
Yeah, there's just there's things you shouldn't do like the week before the wedding.
Oh yeah.
And, like getting your hair dyed, cut, like spray tan, all that. Like that's on the list.
You can't drastically change your appearance before the wedding, because what if you don't like it?
Exactly. Good job, buddy. All right. So I will go ahead and read my story. And then we'll actually can keep on chatting about experiences with Flash and stuff. I do want to keep this going. All right, my story. It was a warm snap in April. Brandon was only 14, but thought he and his friends were the center of the world. And that center wandered through the world every Saturday, whether it was ghost hunting, orange picking, or exploring off the cuff. Not one parent knew where their boys were that day, but if Brandon's parents looked for a camera, it would have been missing along with the tripod. Yes, Spencer. Press the volume button. Point it down. Sorry, pause it. There you go. All right. The camera would have been missing along with the tripod. Brandon, Michael, Zach, and Archie rode their bikes to the lake, ready to enjoy the fine day. Despite the dock needing resurfacing, it was still a perfect launching point for somersaults into the water. Hey, let's take one of us jumping up in the air, Brandon suggested. The boys nodded, ready for the perfectly paused moment. With the camera near the shore at the end of the dock and the boys by the water, they jumped in the air 2 seconds before the photo snapped. It was too soon. The boys landed as the dock gave way. The photo snapped as the expensive camera leaned from the dock shifting, showing 4 boys in shock with water splashing up past their knees and overgrown seaweed reaching for them.
See, I love that, because like I was expecting like something to go wrong with the photo, but then like I'm assuming from the way it sounded to me like the whole dock breaks. And it's like, oh, it's so much more dramatic than like I thought it was gonna be. And also, like, I've been swimming like in lakes and rivers, and just the thought of the seaweed is just, I hate seaweed.
I don't like seaweed. I don't like the touch. Like, things don't touch me in the water. Like,
yes, exactly.
I want to feel the sand. I want to feel the water. Anything else past that, I don't want it.
Yeah, no, then it's like, ooh, what is that? Is it a fish? Ew, gross.
Yeah.
But seaweed is particularly bad.
In Zara's stream, we were talking about leeches at one point. I'm like, nope.
Oh, no. Ew.
Yeah.
Seaweed's pretty tasty. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
like
on
no,
sushi.
I like, yeah, sushi. Like I like that dry seaweed.
Yeah,
stuff.
like
with oil and salt on it. Of course you do.
Yes, that I like.
I think it's mostly the oil though.
Yeah, like the sesame oil and salt. That's good.
So the story made Mama Maggie laugh, and it's probably because she has a brother. Yeah, a lot of my stories end up having little boys and stuff just causing chaos. I wonder who inspired that.
Yeah, but I liked that because it was really sweet. Like, it's like, oh, they're having fun, and like it's adventurous, and then there's like a little disaster, and just the whole vibe is very like summer, like childhood summer.
Yeah.
And like that was real. I just like that feeling.
Yeah, I do sweet, cutesy stuff a lot. When I go dark, it's like, what? It's like, I didn't know she had it in her. Do we need to look at her browser history? Anything, but the hardest part. So the one word that was the most difficult was that where I used it as overgrown instead of just the word grow, and I'm like, that is the most I've steered away from the root word ever. Because I don't mind adding ed or ing, that's fine. But I created a beginning and an end of overgrown, and I was like, grow is still there.
Yeah, I say grew, I think so.
Yeah, but that's past tense and everything. Like overgrown is like almost changing the word entirely.
I think it's still like the same though, because like it's almost kind of like a this probably grammatically wrong, but it's kind of like a past tense because like it's overgrown. Like the growing has happened too much.
This is what we do. We analyze words. That reminds me, I need to talk to y'all about speaking of words, and it's funny because my boss didn't know I'm such a word nerd. A little bit. Like and it's not just like, oh, I like writing. No, I took in college an etymology class about the history of words. Like I nerded out on it. And it was, but my boss, and it's not even directly my boss, but he is senior to me at least. He sent me a private email after I sent him a request to sign a document. He sent me a private email saying to not use the word effort, because when we have a requirement or something, we call it an effort sometimes. And he goes, effort subconsciously says that that we don't have an end product or end result. We just try for it. Effort means trying and doing. Whereas if we say deliverable or something, that means we're going to have an end product. He's like, try to focus on us achieving the goal, not the work it takes to get there. So he was hung up on the word effort and asked me to change that. I was like, I see his point, but it's just interesting how we like certain words trigger us and everything.
Yeah.
And I've seen that a few times of like wanting to avoid things or not liking a connotation of a certain word or anything. I did stumble on the internet, and I'm seeing if I saved it on my phone. I'm pretty sure I did.
Did you do a challenge, Sai?
Yeah, I didn't plan ahead of time.
So you did an outline. It was just
No.
off the top. Nice. What about you, Margaret?
I did all unnamed characters.
You did.
You're right, you did.
Yeah. Which, when I decided to make it two moms, made it a little more difficult. I had to like dance around it with the parent word and then shift it back and forth. But
no, you made that. But you made it clear because one was a ghost and one was living, and so you kind of helped with the adjectives there. Because I know one of my issues, and I wrote a story recently, and it was and it aired last Wednesday on my YouTube, but it was two boys in trouble in the principal's office. And as I'm in the middle of writing it, I was like, okay, we're good. And then I realized I got to give them names. Like, this is too confusing because they're both the same age. And the most I had, and I was starting to get almost bad with it, I was having one kid be a little bit bigger because the other boy, who was tinier, thought the big kid was a bully. And so I had the word like stockier, and then I had slimmer and stuff like that. And then I was like, in changing up those adjectives, I was like, I don't want their appearance to play so much in part here. Like, I don't want it to be seen as negative on their appearance.
I thought about differentiating by saying like the taller and the shorter, but I mean, there was no reason to. They're sort of a unit that's influencing the story, so it didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I found the
dog a little more personality. The dog got whatever individuality I took out of the boys.
I found the picture that I was looking for when we were talking about words, but it says ominous positivity. You will be okay. You have no choice. Everything will turn out fine. You cannot stop it. You will succeed. It is inevitable. And I was like, that's a good mindset to have.
What is that from?
It was just like a screenshot from Reddit or something like that.
Oh,
okay. And they just called it ominous positivity. And I was like, I kind of like that.
Nice.
I like it. It's like a little like, ooh, but also like motivating.
Yes, exactly. Like something to push. And I think, oh, we inspired Emmy to go back to writing.
Yay!
Now, is it because of our writing or because our incessant chatting? And you're like, I can't hear this. I'm going to go to write. I love that. That's why so many people have tried flash fiction, and they say that like it's something new and different and it's exciting. And I I love it. Like I'm really clinging. Anytime someone says flash, I'm like, yeah. Like I'm like a dog that hears the word treat. Okay, my dogs are good. And it's just incessant. Natalie, be happy. Okay. Or else. Yes. I would say I usually am not very good, but I think being around with these ladies, the writing is very atmospheric. Like the pictures, the feeling, the emotion, and that's what I feel like flash fiction is the invoking emotion. Anything. I got an idea. It's something that I've always wanted to try. If y'all want to do this, but it takes. We need to get a timer for like 5 minutes or something, or set it, and we can just keep it running. The 10 words that we have. Never mind the prompt, just the 10 words. Can we write a single sentence with as many words of those 10 that we can?
Well, that sounds fun.
I'm interested. It's something I've always wanted to do. I'm going to have to put it in this document. But what do y'all think? Take 5 minutes and then we're going to see.
I think it sounds fun. Yeah. I think I'm going to have a terrible sentence, but it sounds fun.
Yeah. It's either a sentence or what do you think about no more than 3 sentences?
I'm just going to do one. Use those semicolons, folks. Get creative.
They are your friends. This is going to be the longest run-on sentence ever. Actually, there's an award, like the longest sentence, and it's like over 100 words, if I remember correctly. But either way. All right. So I am going to set a timer on my phone. That way it will chime. Let's get to the timer. Come on. All right. We're going to go for 5 minutes. Okay. That's how long we got. And chat, feel free to chime in on this. It's either it's 1 to 3 sentences max, trying to use all the 10 words. You do not have to go with the prompt, but if you're inspired with the prompt to steer your words to there, cool. But the goal is to use all 10 words. So ready, set, go.
Oh my goodness. Beep, beep, beep. Nice.
Yeah, I like the calm timers, the ones that glide me into the day. So I was able to get all 10 words. What about y'all? And fight with my son because he wants to have a popsicle instead of eating lunch first.
Oh.
It's a little early for popsicle.
Yep.
And not really warm enough. So.
Oh, it's warm here. Like, it was in the 80s yesterday, but I'm like, dude, you gotta have lunch first before you have sugar ice. Yeah. Just saying.
Yeah.
Fair.
Drink that water. Nike says hydrate or dihydrate.
All right.
I put mine in the chat.
It makes me think of I think it's Jefferson Airplane. It's like start a revolution. That song. God.
I don't know who that is, but I feel like I know who the song you're talking about. I'm not sure.
I know it was in Forrest Gump. I'm pretty sure. That song.
Okay. I only know like the Go Ask Alice song.
Yeah.
That's the main one I know.
Yeah.
Okay. So just so it's in chat. I'd actually like the idea of let's sharing we can read them out loud, but also post in chat. So that way in future streams, it pops up in there. So Margaret, you went first. Sai, do you want to go first this time?
Okay. So wait, so am I posting my sentence in chat?
You can.
Is that what you're saying?
And read it out loud.
Okay. Here, I'll read it out loud and then post it.
Okay.
So I wrote, April is a fine month for pausing in the evening when the sky is tinged sorbet orange and allowing ghostly memories of childhood to resurface and remind you of expensive diners where you played off-the-cuff word games with your parents and talked about how one day you would grow up.
The imagery! Oh my God, and the emotion.
Yeah, I like the run-on sentence format.
Yes.
It's a good feel. I like how, so you guys keep using off the cuff. Mama Maggie used cuff the head, and I'm using cuffs as in clothing. We're sticking to our definitions.
Yes.
I went a little bit jumping onto the cufflinks this go around. All right, then.
Oh, it won't let me post the whole thing.
Hack it into. Yeah.
You usually got to have YouTube open for it. Yeah, in a little bit.
No, it's saying sentence is too long. I got to break it up.
Oh, no.
Where did I break it?
That's what I did.
Did you already post yours?
Yep.
Where?
You popped up the second half of it already.
Oh, I did?
Yeah.
Okay, so the first half is the orange ghost paused, dipped below the water, then resurfaced, surprising the parent wearing the expensive cocoa cuffs and the collar into shouting to mulling throng. Man, y'all are using words I'm not familiar with. What a fine April this is for growing a revolution. That line hits harder now.
I'm giving you Paris vibes. I'm bringing in Coco Chanel. I'm thinking of there's a ghost in the water, and it's time for a revolution. Maggie's bringing up yes, this brings up so many questions, and it's one sentence. So obviously, that's what you're left with.
So I love that the ghost is orange and in the water because it reminds me, I don't know if anybody's seen Crimson Peak, but the ghosts in that are red from being the bodies were dropped in vats of red clay. So I'm just thinking orange clay on the bottom of this water and the ghost coming up, and so it's orange, and I love it.
Nice.
Man, y'all have such emotions with mine. Mine is kind of like a All right, so here to make y'all feel better,
which is what we need.
Make y'all enjoy your writing more. My single sentence is, you can take a fine picture when orange ghosts grow stronger in April as they resurface from your parents' expensive cufflinks, but it may bring you pause.
Oh, very different vibes with this. I love it. I love it.
Yeah. That was a fun little exercise. I enjoyed that.
That was fun.
Yeah. I've been like wanting to do that, and then I like saw we had extra time, and I'm like, let's do it. Sweet.
Very cool.
Cool. All right. To give everybody chances for bathroom breaks before the closing ceremony, where you'll see my face again, you've been warned, or you have something to look forward to. I said both, so we're good. I would like my co-hosts to graciously say where you can find them, what they're doing, once again, because finding new people is what this entire thing is about. I have subscribed to like everybody that has been on screen, and actually not on screen as well.
Nice. Sai, you want to go first?
Yep.
Sure. So my YouTube channel is just Sai Chi, and I'm also on Instagram and TikTok at Sai Chi Stories. And thank you, Natalie, and thank you, Margaret, for doing this. This was super fun, and I loved hearing your guys' stories.
Me too.
I just like bringing in people that I usually don't have on my channel, and even though Rain couldn't make it, his links are down below. And please follow. The videos are totally worth it, especially on Instagram too. Some of the shares there.
And I am Margaret Pinard. My channel is Margaret Pinard. I do mostly booktube stuff. I read lots of books. I'm trying to conquer the hashtag Queen of Books You've Never Heard of. So if you want to get on that list, I read a lot of books and I talk about them, and I support a lot of causes, and love the community here on BookTube and AuthorTube. So always happy to see a new commenter, explore a channel, and find a new friend.
Yay! I love finding friends. This is like the one community where I can complain about writing stuff, and people don't go, "Well, if you hate it, why do you do it?" And it's like, okay, but let's try to solve this. Like, I know what you're trying to write. Like, let's think this through, workshop this. So, I am Natalie Luck. My links are down below. I am on TikTok, Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Yeah, how active I am on those changes, but it's at least once a week-ish. So, it works. Little mix of everything. I pretty much do flash fiction, so if you want to follow any flash fiction prompts and stuff, I am trying to go through 200 actually flash fictions by December. And this Saturday on Flash Fiction Live, Chandra and I are covering number 99 and 100, so I'll be halfway through the book. I'm excited. I'm looking so forward to it. And I'll be on Twitch tonight. I'm on Twitch every Sunday night at 7 p.m. So, where you can co-work with me. I'm not doing sprints, but you can watch me try to do what I did today, which was something.
I have a StreamYard tutorial later today, so I put it in the chat earlier in the session. But D. Blair Gold is another author tuber, and we're going to be futzing around with some controls and buttons and levers and making trouble. And if you're interested in learning a few StreamYard tips and tricks, that's at 11 Pacific. So after all the Writertown finished and, all that stuff is like take a break or...
So we're talking 11 a.m. Pacific, so that'll be 2 p.m. Eastern.
Yep.
Perfect. And that's when scripting the book will be done too on Nia's channel. So finish the Write-a-thon, be on Michael's channel for the closing, Nia's channel for scripting the book, which I'll be on again. You've been warned. But I do a lot of self-deprecating humor. I swear.
No, I mean this week, this day, today, you're like just everywhere at once.
Oh yeah, no.
Oh,
like, I told my husband, I'm like, I am booked from 9 until 2, and then I got my 7 o'clock.
Wow.
And he's golfing right now, so he doesn't care. And as long as the kids are taken care of, it's fine. Which sprints really help me because I'm like, on this sprint, I'll be writing, but I'm also going to be making lunch.
There you go.
So that's what I'm about to do on the break. Is going to make lunch and try to talk this kid into having sustenance instead of ice popsicle things. I'll still give him one later, but he's going to earn it. But yeah, I'm everywhere today. I'm like,
but you're not being self-deprecating. You're being ominously positive. Like, I will be there. Be aware of that.
With all my humor. But yes, Michael stream at from 12 to 12:30. Mia's scripting the book with myself, Ben Pick, Morgan Lee, Zara Hoffman, and Mia, of course. On Mia's channel, we're doing Bridgerton season 2, covering which the book is the Viscount Who Loved Me. Is the second book for season 2. So we'll be comparing those two, and then go over to Margaret's channel. It's on your channel, right? Margaret's channel for the wonderful, I'll just call it a workshop at this point.
Sundays on StreamYard.
Yep. All right. That's everything. So thank you, everybody, for coming, and I hope you enjoyed this, and we'll see you in a bit. Bye.
Bye.